sneak up on you. No music, no build up, no heads up, just boom, there it is. And for me, it takes me back to one particular moment. It's 2004. I'm in the backseat of my parents' car. It feels like just another normal afternoon. And then my phone rings. It's a 203 area code. Connecticut, WWE headquarters. My pulse kicks into overdrive. My heart is racing. And yet, I let it go to voicemail.
Ooh, that's not good.
Instantly, I flashed back to college, holding a tough enough application I'd carefully filled out, stared at for weeks, and then tossed in the trash. I was scared. Not of the work, not of the dream. I was scared of failing. See, wrestling, it wasn't just entertainment in our house. It was sacred. It was family. It was bonding with my dad and Pap. It was yelling at the TV and staying up late on Monday nights. Wrestling was serious business in the McCool household. So months later, I'm watching Monday Night Raw, and something called the Diva Search pops up on my TV. I figure, what the heck? Take some photos, send in the paperwork. I don't tell a soul, and I wait. Because if no one knows, no one will know if I fell. Fast forward to that day in the back seat. My nerves are shot. I press play, and I hear, Michelle, we loved your photos, and we want to see you in New York City for the Diva Search. In shock, I start giggling uncontrollably. My parents turn around, puzzled smiles on their faces, wondering, what is going on? Have I lost my mind? Maybe. Or maybe I just found it. Because at that moment, somewhere between the voicemail, the giggles, and the disbelief, something clicks. I realize my life is about to change. What if I'm enough? Not just good enough, not just tough enough, but enough, just as I am. This may be my story tonight, but it's your story too. You are enough, period. So tonight, I'm taking you outside the ropes to share what I like to call my flawless finishes. The first one, literally learned the hard way. It's Thanksgiving, 1985. I'm 5 years old, sitting at the kids' table, surrounded by my older brother and 3 mischievous cousins. They decide a food fight is a good idea. And of course, I'm the innocent bystander, flawless, remember? Then a dinner roll smacks me square in the face. Chaos erupts, my dad walks in, court is in session. Guess who gets blamed? Me, the baby. I get the look. Y'all know the look? Yeah, the look that says, I'm in trouble. I grew up in a time where spare the rod, spoil the child. It was put into practice. So, my dad gives me a slight pop on my hand, and in my sweetest yet toughest 5-year-old voice, I look him right in the eyes and say, that didn't hurt. So, he pops me again. And again, I say, that didn't hurt. By the third pop, slightly upgraded, I finally break. That hurt. I'll tell you what that moment taught me though. And it stayed with me from the kitchen to the canvas. Grit doesn't mean you don't feel the pain. It means you keep showing up even when it hurts. That same grit carried me into every arena I stepped into. Night after night, match after match, I had to earn my place all over again. And the titles, guys, the titles, they don't come without scars. But those scars prove you fought. And more importantly, they prove you didn't quit. Life will often limit your opportunities and challenge your voices, but it can never limit your fight. That part is up to you. And once you're back in the fight, that's when the real challenge begins. Because the higher you rise, the louder the noise gets. Which makes me think of another flawless finish. Ignore the noise. Now, I don't know how many of y'all were around during the Divas era, but things weren't always easy. Honestly, I can't think of a single time they were. But I do love a good fight. It's McCool versus Natalia, one of my favorite rivalries. At one point, y'all, we were literally told, pull your punches, they look too good. What do you even do with that? I'll tell you what I did. I kept my head down, I remained quiet and confident, and I worked harder than ever before. Eventually, we got rewarded with the first ever women's tables match. The noise said, tone it down. But my heart said, fight harder. Because in wrestling and in life, people will always have opinions about who you should be and what you're capable of. But the reality is, what you tolerate is what you validate, and not every voice deserves your attention. If I had listened to every critic, every voice that doubted whether women belonged in the ring or why I was even here in the first place, I might have surrendered. Had I surrendered, I would have missed moments like standing across from an 87-year-old Mae Young, and yes, I was terrified, who looked McCool dead in the eyes and said, I demand a no disqualification match with these two hussies. Let's go, you little brats. Y'all know she didn't say brats, but
Nope.
Hall of Fame speech, so we'll keep it classy. Here's something I tell myself often, and especially these past few weeks. Don't let the noise around you drown out the truth inside you, because your calling is bigger than their commentary. My last flawless finish, failure isn't fatal. I'll be honest, I hate failing. Always have, probably always will. But never wanting to burden anyone with any struggles that I have. Many of you may not know that I've dealt with severe kidney and liver disease for over 25 years. Returning from an overseas tour, one I don't remember to this day, I call my parents from New York and I simply say, I'm sick. Again. By the time I land at the airport, they're waiting. We go straight to the hospital, and I'm admitted. I don't leave for 16 days. 16 days of hallucinations, 16 days of nobody knowing what's going on, not even my doctors. But thanks to those hallucinations, I wasn't alone in that room. See, Tori Wilson's sweet face was on every ceiling tile. Matt Hardy's head was mounted like a deer coming out of my AC vent. John Cena, Big Show, they were guarding the parking lot. Chavo Guerrero was fighting everybody in sight. I was literally calling Charmel in the middle of the night, asking for my toothbrush. Layla was sneaking Diet Mountain Dew in for me. And apparently, according to my mom, all I talked about nonstop was, take her, take her, take her.
Yeah.
Not sure I believe that one, but okay, Mom. Back to the hospital. My family is scared. My doctors are stumped. But somewhere in the middle of all that chaos, my stubborn subconscious keeps whispering, this is temporary. Little by little, I fight my way back. And from that hospital bed, I discover a life-changing truth. Failure doesn't end your story. It's what defines it. Because every great comeback needs just one thing, a fall worth fighting through. Tonight, I stand here a small town girl from Palaca, Florida, who despite dreaming big would have never imagined being inducted into the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame. I find it no coincidence that today is Good Friday, the day my Lord and Savior sacrificed it all. The sacrifices made inside the ring and all around the world, they will always hold the most special place in my heart. And some of the most meaningful moments, they didn't just happen inside the ring, they happened far beyond it. Standing in war zones on tribute to the troops tours, locking eyes with kids in hospitals where strength takes a different shape, cheering on Special Olympic athletes who define what it means to fight with joy. Those are the moments that change me. Because real power isn't found in the spotlight. Legacy isn't a title run or a main event. Y'all, it's how you treat people when there's no spotlight at all. WWE Universe, thank you. Through every setback, every evolution, you showed up. Y'all are the reason that I continued to make that walk to the ring. Real talk? I normally ran to the ring because we only had 3 to 4 minutes start to finish, but you get the point. You cheered us, you challenged us, and you stood by us when the world barely looked our way. So thank you. WWE, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving this small town girl a chance to live out her dream. To my incredible WWE family, Tori Wilson, thank you for your endless friendship and your beautiful soul. Charmel, no questions asked, I've got your back, even in a Philippines mall. Lisa, thank you for all the laughs and reminding me to have fun in the moments. Natty, thank you for never backing down from the fight and doing it with humor and humbleness. Fifth Finley, thank you for being our voice and fighting for us when nobody else did. Kathy Morrell, John Cone, thank you for being the literal glue that holds everything together. Steph, thank you for being an amazing leader, but more importantly, a friend. Layla, my little my little flawless British bestie, my partner in crime, my better half, the yin to my yang. Who would have thought that two complete opposites would fit so perfectly together? I absolutely adore you. And I was thinking we could always rewind, run it back one more time. I don't know what y'all think, but I'm just saying it could be flawless. Mom and Dad, thank you for instilling grit, strength, and unwavering love. Jeff, thank you for always having my back, whether I asked you to or not. My sweet Kai of faith, in a world full of noise, be the quiet confidence. Know your worth, trust your sweet little soul, dream big, work hard, and fail forward. Keep your heart open to his whispers love you, okay? Be unapologetically you, because you, baby girl, are more than enough. Colt Compton, my boogs. Your laughter lights up my world. Never let circumstances define who you are. Prove people wrong and prove yourself right. To you both, I love you the most. The end, I win. And to the love of my life, my dear husband, Mark. I've got nothing.
Darn it. Ooh.
Just kidding, just kidding. You are an inspiration to so many people, including myself. And despite the lies you told earlier, your persistence, the way you chased me for so many months, impressive. Not taking no for an answer, impressive. And the way you finally got me to cave and say yes, even more impressive. But seriously, I love you with every ounce of my being, and I thank God every day I get to call you my husband. You are my rock, my protector, my soulmate, my whole heart. I absolutely love you, babe. And for the record, yes, Ironically, my theme song says, "You're not enough for me." I came to love that. It sounds just like the world. All the doubt, the noise, the voices that try to tell you you're not worth it, I used it. Every time my music hit, it reminded me to stand taller, fight harder, and finish stronger. Not just for me, but for every single person who's ever been told they weren't enough. So tonight, I leave you with this challenge. When the world tries to break you, grit, don't quit. When the noises around you doubt your strength or worth, ignore the noise. And when setbacks seem overwhelming, remember, failure isn't fatal. Because the girl in the back seat, the one too afraid to pick up the phone, she answered it anyway. And she discovered something undeniable. No applause, no status, no title will ever define your worth. She finally believed she was enough. And believing it, truly believing it, that changes everything. Thank y'all.